Welcome to Weekly Reviews in Review, Spooky Monster Edition.
They're not just for spooking you, they're also for your purchase, and there are many reviews of them.
There's so many reviews. I'm your host, Nathan P. Woodard. With me, as always, is your host,
Andrew James Estes.
and we are going to review the reviews. Folks.
A lot of people, when they give a review, they put on their critical hats, and they don't think anybody's going to put on their critical hats and review the first set of critical hats.
You're at Best Buy.
Critical hat is from last season and tacky.
You're at Best Buy, right? And you're like, is this cable any good? It says it's gold. I guess I'll look online to see what the reviews say. But how do you know which reviews to listen to and which to not listen to? Some of these reviews, there's over 2,000 reviews for this product. They can't all be good. They can't all be correct.
You're going to want to look for the Weekly Reviews in Review seal of review approval.
The seal of reviewable. That's what we're bringing. We take the reviews and we separate the wheat from the chaff.
Yeah, look for that golden seal. It's kind of like when Nintendo Entertainment System games came out and it had that golden seal on it. You knew that it was quality.
That's in similar fashion. Our podcast contains a proprietary anti-piracy chip that if you have not paid for the Patreon episode, this will not work in your Nintendo Entertainment System.
No matter how hard you hammer it into your Atari 2600, this will not play a podcast.
It won't. The only exception is that there is a bootleg Bible-themed podcast that's using our name, and we can't stop them. They've figured out a way to bypass the chip. And
that comes in that weird blue podcast cartridge, right?
Yeah, it's like 3-in-1. Bible.
You have to there are a little switch on the back.
We don't have a Bible podcast yet. Yeah.
Yeah, a Bible video games pod. No,
they have one for the newer phones. You have to use a Game Genie to make it work. That's
does a genie count as a monster?
Interesting fact about those Bible games. They the NES ones. They just They had a little battery that would just electro zap the chip and fry that part of the Nintendo. That was how they got around it. But on the Super Nintendo,
did it have to do it every time, or once you did that, could you use other black market games that didn't have a zapper?
I'm not sure. There was some really, really interesting stuff like Gyromite. A lot of the Gyromite cartridges, if you find one of those, or Ice Climber. Those are like the early Nintendo games. If you take the cartridge apart, it's actually the Famicom cartridge is inside, and then there's an adapter that's like converts it from the pin order for the Famicom cartridge to the NES cartridge. So Ice Climber is not worth anything, but if you find one of those old Ice Climbers, you can take it apart, and then you have an adapter to play Famicom games.
Ooh.
Just some little bit of interesting knowledge. But here's the trivia I was going to tell you is that Wisdom Tree is the name of the company that made those Bible video games. Mm-hmm. And that was completely just like a money-making scheme because they knew that Nintendo was scared of the Bible Belt because when they made Super Noah's Ark, which was their port of Wolfenstein, where you're on Noah's Ark.
Where you're just stacking goats endlessly.
You're throwing the fruit of the spirit at goats. And it has it's just Wolfenstein. Like God is debriefing you like, all right, Noah, you've been on this boat for 40 days and the animals are getting out of control. Originally, they didn't want to make that a Bible game. They were trying to get away from the Bible game thing. And the guy who owned Wisdom Tree wanted to make, and this is 100% true, he bought the rights to make a Hellraiser video game. He wanted to make
Wow.
he wanted
Talk
to
about
make
your 180s.
a Hellraiser video game, and then it didn't work out, and they ended up making the Noah's Ark version of Doom or of Wolfenstein.
You could probably make a Hellraiser video game and then make some slight little tweaks to it and release it in the Bible Belt as a Hell Lowerer video
Yeah,
game.
Hellraiser, but with a Z,
Ooh.
right? Like raise it to the ground.
Oh. I was like shaving the hairs off of Hell. I know that you're wild and unkempt, Hell, but nobody wants those bristles rubbing against their cheek when they're kissing you on the mouth.
Hell, your whiskers are tickling me.
Hey.
So that's my review of Wisdom Tree's Super Noah's Ark for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
An enduring classic.
It's
Seal of
truly
approval.
that's, they should have Turnabout's Fair Play. They should have just put that on the Super Nintendo Classic when they put that thing out. Like, what are you gonna fucking do? We stole your game. We put it on our console,
yeah.
on our mini console.
I don't think they would care that much.
Are you gonna sue me?
I mean, it's
go
just
for it.
did they pay whatever studio created the Wolfenstein engine, or was that just I remember the early '90s there's a lot of shareware flying around for your PC, and it seemed a whole lot like video games were much more collaborative, and everybody was stealing everybody's stuff.
Wasn't there was like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch one that was like clearly like a Doom port or something like that as well.
I think there was a Taco Bell game that was a Doom port, and Chex was the one.
Chex Adventure.
Yeah.
No, the rumor, I don't think it's ever been proven, was that the Super Noah's Ark, the way that got made was that the company that had made Wolfenstein was mad that Nintendo had made Wolfenstein. They were like, no blood, no Nazis. It was just basically Wolfenstein on the Super Nintendo is just you shooting dogs for the entire game because they couldn't show the swastikas or anything like that or any blood. So it's just the dogs biting you and you having to shoot them.
What did they replace the swastikas with?
I think they just took them out. I think Hitler is still in it, right? Isn't that like you have to fight Hitler?
I think he is, but I don't think he has his signature mustache.
That's a shame.
I think he's just like a vanilla created character, just like
a
gold.
grumpy old man. Look out, it's Granddad. Kick his ass.
Oh man, it's frustrating that the movie Gran Torino didn't come out during the beat 'em up video game craze, because I would love to play as old man Clint Eastwood beating people up. There are a lot of movies that have come out that would have gotten the beat 'em up treatment, but those are not popular anymore. But we aren't talking about reviews or monsters, other than human monsters, which we all are.
That's true. All right, so what we're doing, this podcast is where we review the reviews, and so this is going to be a monster-related review. All of the reviews will be reviews of things that are related to monsters. And so first off, we're on Amazon, and I've searched for Frankenstein. Now, the first thing that comes up is just a bunch of different versions of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
The book proper?
Book proper.
I know there's that movie where I think it was called Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, where Robert De Niro was cast as Frankenstein.
We have Frankenstein, the 1818 edition. Then we have Frankenstein Vintage Classics. Frankenstein 1931. This is the film. Frankenstein annotated for scientists, engineers, and creators of all kinds by the MIT Press. Get fucked.
MIT, you're the math and science kids school. Maybe leave the books alone.
Yeah.
Like let
Yeah.
all of us liberal arts college people do the book shit.
You
All
know,
right.
MIT, like, I'm a little uncomfortable with how cozy you are with DARPA and the CIA. I'd prefer if you didn't make an annotated version of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Like, the implications there are a little ghoulish.
Yeah. Unless what MIT is saying is, hey, we found out how to make this actually work, and then I might be into it a little.
I mean, how does that work, though? Like, if MIT makes Frankensteins, those Frankensteins are going to get sent to war.
That's true.
Frankenstein
But
Army.
if
Hey,
they're
LBJ,
they're putting the tools in my hands to make my own
did you kill
Frankenstein.
today? That counts. That should count as multiple casualties.
Yeah.
Every time that Lyndon Baines Johnson sends another Frankenstein to fight the Viet Cong, that's like a good half dozen hippies.
Well, they already died once. We could have left like a few waves of our boys on American shores and just created conglomeration monsters to fight that war, and we probably would have won if that had happened.
All right, so it's still just copies of Frankenstein. First thing that's not Frankenstein is I, Frankenstein. It's the Aaron Eckhart movie where he plays Frankenstein.
Oh, is it like Frankenstein's one-man show? Because most of my experiences with Frankenstein, he's a pretty tight-lipped chap. I'm not sure if he's ready to stand up to that sort of... Is there a lot of moaning?
There's some Frankenstein film here that stars Parker Posey. I don't know if that's the one that we were talking about. 2004. There's one called Frankenstein: The True Story. This is another film. Looks like it was made in 1973. Oh, Jane Seymour stars. But then here's the really odd thing that happens. It just suddenly jumps to work boots. Now we're getting Wolverine men's wedge
I know what's
boot.
happening. The algorithm has figured out that a lot of people want to be Frankenstein for Halloween right now. And the costume packs that they're buying probably include makeup, maybe some bolts for your neck, maybe
God.
just a mask or something. But what they don't get is that you need a lady's sports jacket to accentuate how big your shoulders are. Preferably from the 90s when they put those big padded shoulder pads in there, and some really big work boots.
Yeah, a lady's jacket would definitely work because you'd have to have it, the sleeves are too short, but then the shoulders have to be big and blocky. But yeah, no, tons of fucking boots, and they're all these like thick soled.
Everybody
boots.
is buying these for their Frankenstein costumes, and right before they searched for work boots, they had searched Frankenstein, so the algorithm knows.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing there's lots of it's just boots and then different printings of Frankenstein.
I'm gonna make a request right now. I don't know if this product exists, but you know how the General Mills has all the Monster breakfast cereals, but they only release them during October?
Uh-huh.
Has there ever been another like a year-round Monster cereal? I know those used to be year-round, but it seems like that's some thunder waiting to be stolen. I mean, everybody knows Count Chocula,
right.
Boo Berry, and so on.
I've changed this. I'm not just searching Frankenstein now. I've changed the department to home and kitchen because I think that might be...
Okay. And that's mostly what I'm looking for. I want more Monster snacks.
All right. Well, here's what we got. So far, what I'm seeing is...
You know the Sarlacc pit?
Uh-huh.
They should have a blender that looks like...
The Sarlacc.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
But I don't know. Like that is in a sense a monster, but not the monster we're looking for.
All right, so we got first thing that comes up is a 36-inch large Frankenstein balloon.
Let's read those reviews.
Has no reviews. I'm sorry.
Oh shoot.
Okay, here we have whimsical Frankenstein the monster wine bottle holder or decorative tabletop wine rack for scary Halloween decorations, comma, man cave bar or gothic decor display stand and funny gag gifts. And what? Well, I'm gonna.
Okay, all of this. All right.
Your phone is broken, so this makes it hard because I would love to send you a photograph of this. What we've got here is it's Frankenstein and he's lying on his back.
Okay, yeah, this is what I think that this can be a feature. I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, and it says whimsical in the title. Would you say that is an accurate description? Whimsical.
Oh, it's cute as hell.
Okay, so this is like something that you would buy for your mom or somebody. You wouldn't buy this for Dio. This
Ronnie James?
Yeah.
I mean, I would buy it for Alice Cooper. It's kind of in the middle.
Okay. So there's some cheese there. There's a little cheese factor with it.
It's cheese for sure.
Do they like Frank this Frankenstein's drinking the wine, right? Does he have rosy cheeks? Yeah, just flip that around. I want to look at that.
Flip this around, let you see the monitor.
Oh boy.
So it's a wine bottle holder.
Yeah.
In the style of Frankenstein. It's a little ceramic Frankenstein. It looks like if he were standing, he would stand about 1.5 feet tall. But he's on his back and he's got his feet and hands in the air in such a fashion that he's holding the wine bottle between his giant boots, and then he's got the neck of the bottle in his hands, and then it's just the mouth of the bottle is going into Frankenstein's mouth. Like he is just.
The idea for this, I would say, is whimsical, but the execution ends up being a little sexually suggestive.
Fuck me. All right. I just accidentally moused over one of the other camera angles that they shot. It's one where there's no bottle and you're looking between his legs and down his mouth, and it is.
This makes me think of some of the
quite
more
suggestive,
extreme. This. All right, I'm gonna invoke it. Imagine Frankenstein's face is Tub Girl.
Yeah, it's horrifying from this angle. Good God. Oh.
But very monstrous. Like it cuts that whimsy in half.
And I am saving that to the desktop.
Has there has this product been reviewed? I would like to review it.
There is I picked this because there is a review. But first I wanted to say that just some bullet points on the description. It says wine bottle not included, obviously. Because our polyresin products are individually handcrafted works of art, colors may vary slightly. Our polyresin products are individually crafted works of art is the rosiest way of saying this is made in a Chinese sweatshop.
Can they put in a good word with the with the sweatshop so that I can get a greener Frankenstein? Because the one that they have is very just pale, dead skin looking.
He basically just looks like a very sickly leprechaun who's lost his hat. He has a gold belt buckle and brown pants and then a green jacket. Yeah. Sorry, folks. These child slaves have never seen Frankenstein. They don't know how to paint him. They're just kind of winging it. But then this is the one I wanted to get to is bullet point. There isn't a safer place to stash your favorite bottle of wine than in the mouth of Frankenstein. See full description below. So I guess there's even more. A guaranteed conversation piece at your next Halloween party. This breathtaking yet scary Frankenstein. Yet scary.
Breathtaking yet scary.
Oh my. Ah! It's a roller coaster of emotion when you see this Frankenstein. Stunningly crafted from his flat head to his work boots. Whether you utilize it as a Halloween decoration or as a gothic decor accent. Use it all year round if you're a goth.
It looks a little like it's a little too whimsical to go full goth. Like it's more like I'm goth, but I also have grandkids.
You like meet some girl at a bar and she's got black lipstick on. You're like, all right, well, yeah, okay. Then you go back to her house. And she's like, why don't we have a glass of wine? Hang on, let me see if Frankenstein will let me take it from his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's training his gag reflex.
Whether you utilize it as a Halloween or a gothic decor accent for your bar, in your man cave, that's another really... What a stretch. Nothing says man cave like Frankenstein.
I would probably watch like a TLC show called Non-Traditional Man Caves, and I think that this Frankenstein wine holder could belong in one of them.
This sinister monster is a sure deterrent for any impending wine thief. This ghoulish tabletop wine rack will accommodate most single standard size bottles. Also a great gift idea for collectors of gothic or medieval decor.
What? Okay. Are these that's a review and not product like literature from the company making it?
No, this is the literature from the company making it.
Okay, because I was gonna say we've got another shill on our hands there.
God damn. Okay, they've got
that does not stack up to that. That is, I don't know.
Well,
I would say I love monsters and I don't want
Here's some big news. They also have a Santa Claus one.
Oh no.
All right, where is this review? 1 rating. All right, here it is. This comes from Lady Luna.
All right, Lady Luna, I know that you're not like about to give your review live, but I just want you to know, as the only reviewer of you have a lot on your shoulders. This is an immense responsibility. You're the only voice guiding all of these people looking for Frankenstein wine holders. So,
and it's 5 stars.
Stakes are high. 5 stars.
So perfect. That's the title. And then verified purchase. Love this so much. The reviews are in, folks.
They're a lot more positive. I was reviewing only a still photograph I saw for a matter of seconds. So I'm gonna probably trust Lady Luna. What do you think that this thing does that I just don't understand?
I just to make sure that this is not some sort of a fake review. I've clicked through now.
Yeah, it's very possible that someone with that
some other. Okay, so it looks like she just gives out 5s.
Oh, she's a 5er.
Looks like she's also given 5 stars to a one of those light rings that you do makeup tutorials. A gel infused memory foam mattress. Some sort of thing that looks like a taco that you put all of your remotes in. No. And a bottle of liquid smoke.
All right. So every single review is 5 stars, which can be bad, but you can sit like that. Though that's the extent of her reviews. So this is barbecue loving person who also is a goth who has trouble keeping up with her remote controls because she drinks so much wine.
Yeah.
And I believe that person really truly loves this Frankenstein.
I think it's a safe bet that this is in fact. Yeah. This is a genuine review.
My review of this review is what you see is what you get with this thing. You know if you're the sort of person that this is for, and you're not going to be disappointed for it if you are. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I would say is you need to always have a bottle of wine for Frankenstein. He's very problematic without a bottle of wine. It's like the Invisible Man is raping all of his holes at once without a wine bottle in there.
It's monster on monster. All right, next up we have the Wolfman. And I've searched Wolfman in the luggage and travel gear.
Oh. Yeah, if you're a Wolfman, that's a pretty rugged monster profession. You're going to be waking up in strange, far-flung places, not knowing how you got there.
Yeah.
Like, I could see how having
some
sort of luggage or something you keep with yourself.
You got the American Werewolf, but he's in London, he's in Paris, He's at Trader Vic's drinking a pina colada. I figured that was probably the best place to search for the Wolfman. And, folks, what we have here is called the Interest Print Automatic Foldable Waterproof Umbrella. You know, so many umbrellas, you get them and then you find out they aren't waterproof. Polyester Pongi, Moon on Blue Sky, and Werewolf. And what it is it's an umbrella that has the image of a werewolf howling in front of the moon, surrounded by bats and a spider. Now I'm gonna show you this image of the umbrella graphic here. Now the werewolf kind of he's centered on the umbrella. The spider is above him in the design, but the spider is at the edge of the umbrella, dangling on a web. So if you were to look at the umbrella from a normal human's point of view, and not like you were God looking down on your foolish creation
it's
that purchased a werewolf umbrella, the spider is actually pointing up to the center.
Unless you're a fan of pointing your umbrella at Batman because there's a gun inside of it, no one's ever going to get.
It's going to just fire purple smoke and knock out some bank guards. Now, just a few things about this. It has 8 ribs made from strong fiber for extra support. It uses a heat sublimation technique to prevent discoloring.
I heard it had one of those ribs removed so it could suck its own dick.
And then it has an auto open close system. Now, this has 2 reviews. There's a 5-star review and a 3-star review.
Let's start with 5. Like I'm not trusting. I'm not a trusting person, so I want to poke holes in that and then agree with the 3 probably. But I'm open to the 5.
The 5. This 5 comes from My Review. It's the name of the reviewer. And it says here, 5 stars. Works great. Verified purchase.
Oh.
Just what I needed.
This person's name is My Review.
My Review.
I was thinking we maybe had like a review podcast that we could haunt. Just keep following My Review everywhere and review his or her reviews. But
it's my underscore review, because I guess that somebody beat them to My Review with no underscore. Just what I needed. A portable folding umbrella that is wide.
No.
So I guess they were just in the market for an umbrella, and they just happened to, they were like, yeah, I don't care, Wolfman, whatever.
Yeah. I like that. I like knowing that this is actually a good quality umbrella. I know most of the people going in for it are going in because they're wolf people, and they're like, I gotta have something with wolves on it. But you know that you're not getting an inferior product just
Yeah.
because you want a wolf on it.
Yeah, it's got a wolf. What more can you ask for?
It's kind of like when you leave T-shirts at your parents' house, you move away, and then 5 years later, you see your dad wearing your band T-shirts from high school.
Yeah, my dad. I was really into Looney Tunes shit when I was in high school, and yeah, every time I see my dad, he's wearing my old Looney Tunes T-shirts, and like, go to like a funeral or something. He's there. He's got a Looney Tunes tie on. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
My parents, I think, split up my
Just what
gym
I needed.
uniform from high school. My mom wears my shorts from my gym uniform, and my dad wears the T-shirt from it. But really, what this made me think about was Daniel, who was on our advice podcast. His dad still wears his Slipknot T-shirt, and it's like Slipknot's fine. I don't know what this is, so I will
They're
wear
from
the
Iowa.
shirt. Yeah.
Just what I needed. A portable folding umbrella that is wide. They were like, is it wide? Is it portable? Does it fold? I don't give a fuck what's on it. It could be child pornography for all I care.
Well, I mean, if it was rendered in that way, as long as you don't ever present it horizontally and only hold it vertically as it's intended, unless somebody's looking down on you from a balcony, they're never going to know.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at what else they've reviewed.
But that werewolf was not my favorite. Like if I'm going specifically for a wolf-brella, the visual aspect of it wasn't my favorite. But it sounded like that reviewer just wanted that size and shape and build of brella.
This person appears to buy everything on Amazon and has just bought a bunch of buck wild shit. A kitchen faucet, 1 star, bad design. They also, I don't even understand what this thing. Oh, it's like the tactical visor that you see as seen on TV. 5-star review from my review. It says 5 stars, just what I needed, exactly what I was looking for, fit my needs. And this is a review for a 12-ounce can of WD-40 that they purchased on Amazon for some reason. So I think maybe we'll take my reviews with a grain of salt.
I'm not a big fan of WD-40.
Apparently it fit their needs perfectly.
I mean, if you're just trying to oil up some hinges, for sure. But if you're putting it in an enclosed environment, it is oil-based. And while it might displace water, as its name says, water displacement 40, it will exacerbate any problems you have in some sort of closed system.
All right. So we do have a 3-star review here. This one is from Jar5783, and it looks like their profile picture. It's really small, but I think it's a picture of Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, it's Beauty and the Beast.
The remake or the cartoon one?
It appears to be. Pardon me. It appears to be chibi fan art of Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, very good.
So, here's what Jar5783 has to say. 3 stars. I like it!
But I don't love it.
So, I mean, they're pretty enthusiastic. There's an exclamation point on that title. I like it, but then 3 stars. So, already a mixed message. Here's the body of the review. I like that it came on time. I like the whole werewolf design. But my umbrella did come with a bunch of stains on it.
No. Blood stains? No,
does
indication.
not say.
Did they include a picture?
Here's what. No picture. They like it. They like it with an exclamation point. It came on time. They like the whole werewolf thing.
Somebody lost a finger and bled all over
with
it.
a bunch of stains on it. I just wanted to be like spaghetti, like gravy. Somebody got Tony spilled his gabagool all over this umbrella.
Some people would say, like every stain has a story. Every time I see a stain, I always wonder how that happened.
Yeah.
So, like in a sense, not only will it keep your head dry from falling water, it will give your mind food for thought. Like
the guy at the werewolf umbrella factory, he was working and he saw somebody was spilling their grape juice and he just pulled one of the umbrellas out. Boom.
Yeah.
Caught. He stayed dry.
Could be.
Unfortunately,
something nice
that
like
particular umbrella got a little bit of pruno on it,
Or maybe a werewolf got loose in the umbrella.
Maybe
Umbrella factory.
It's werewolf piss. He's marking his territory.
Well, they didn't talk about an acrid stench.
All right, so next up we have Dracula.
But I could see a werewolf marking its territory. Its picture is on the umbrella. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
And for this, I feel like it's obvious what we have to review. For Dracula, this is Dracula Fang's plastic teeth costume accessory party favorites.
Okay.
You know them, you love them. The plastic Dracula teeth that hurt your gums. You get them every year. You got a bunch of them.
This is something I've reviewed before, so this is the first one I have a lot of confidence. I mean, there's a lot of variation from model to model, but I don't know which one you're going to pick. But
no, these are the classic. These are Amazon's choice.
Okay, these are the ones that look like actual teeth, right? Not the ones where they decide, like, oh, we're just going to do neon colors because that's what teeth look like, you idiots.
I do, man.
Hot pink. Neon green.
Those do piss
Nickelodeon
me off.
orange.
Those orange ones, yeah. No, my kids got some of those green and orange ones, and I just threw them away.
Yeah.
I was like, you'll thank me when you're old enough to understand. No, these are white. These are the classic white, just one plastic piece with the little bendy thing in the middle.
One size fits all mouths.
One size fits all. Use in a goodie bag or as a prize. Fun for dress up or Halloween. Now, this has a lot of reviews, so we're going to have... Oh, there's pictures, folks. There's pictures. Oh, okay, first image that we've got here. It only came with 8, is what it says on this image. Was supposed to be 12. Disappointed! Only received 8. It was supposed to have 12. Package clearly says 12, and so does description before buying. If my kid didn't need this for theater class this week, I'd be returning these. Does your kid need 12 sets of plastic vampire teeth?
Every time I've had those in my mouth, it hasn't exactly been ideal for delivering lines.
The show must go on.
There's probably a lot of
Hello,
going on in that play.
I am Dracula. Welcome. Like, motherfucker. I love this review. This is a 1-star review. But, oh boy, it tells a story.
Okay.
I'm a fan of this review. 1 stars, only received 8, was supposed to have 12. If my kid didn't need this for theater class, I'd be returning this. You got my feet to the fire, Amazon. You win this round. Yeah. I spent a whole $4 on 8 pairs of vampire teeth. My kid needed 12. We're going to have to scrimp and save. The next photo that we have is...
It's probably helpful that it's a lot harder to eat when you're wearing those teeth because that kid's not going to have quite as much food to eat.
Now, this is... it says, for my use, they were perfect and at a good price. I used them in donuts. Or it says I use them in donut holes. This.
Oh.
So,
It looks like those McNugget toys they used
it
to
looks
get
like
out.
the old McNuggets from
Yeah.
back when McNuggets were characters in the McDonald's commercials. Yeah, they've simply stuck a pair of plastic vampire teeth into a donut
and made their sweet treat look
and then
like a
given
savory
it
one.
M&M eyes and a little mustache and beard and that sort of thing. 5 stars.
Though I'm wondering if that was a donut hole, are these vampire teeth made for people with very small mouths? Because I've got a I'm worried when a lot of times when things say one size fits all, especially when it's mouth related. I'm like, I've got a big mouth. I don't know if it'll cover all my teeth.
All right, so here are some non-photo reviews. This is our top review here is from Richard Cook. Richard Cook writes, "Fun for friends, parties, or costumes. I ordered these after deciding to go with the very simple plan of being an old-fashioned vampire for Halloween." You know, one of those, you know, like back when America, like back to the Brady Bunch, the old the Leave It to Beaver vampire. Yeah. The kind of vampires you still occasionally see waiting for their name to be called in an old rocking chair outside the Cracker Barrel. And having difficulty finding the plastic foldable fangs like the ones here. I then figured having extras would be good for swapping out and sharing with friends. These ones are spent, just throws them on the ground like it's a clip in a Steven Seagal movie. Reloads. Need a fresh set of fangs. Wait, you need fangs? Oh, I brought extras. Tossing fangs to his friends. Here we go. Now this is.
It's kind of.
I'd like to add
old,
that this was. He says this is fun for friends, parties, or costumes. This could be anything. You could just be at a party. It's
the swapping part that interests me.
It's my niece. It's my niece, Deborah's confirmation. You know what? I brought all these plastic Dracula mouths.
I think there are probably a lot of situations where you could bring those and add them in for a little added fun. I think wedding receptions a lot of times are a good time for Dracula teeth. Quinceañeras. Baby showers. They're always fun gifts. Everybody has fun with them. Also, if you can pair it with a tiny hat, that's always a plus. Just as many wackadoodle accents that you can add to your own person, it makes it a lot easier for other people to look at you and not feel disgust.
Oh man. Okay. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it seems like there is a theme to these reviews for the Dracula teeth. Brittany Varone writes, 1 star, only sent 1 pair.
What?
Order this 12, all caps, pack of vampire teeth because that's what that's what my daughter wanted for Christmas. Received one set of teeth.
God.
Can't reorder in time for Christmas. Disappointed. Fuck. Okay, wait. There's so much to unpack with this review.
Oh, man.
Okay, first of all, you just got 1 set of Dracula teeth instead of a dozen. That is, I mean, honestly, if you're paying $4, I mean, the going rate would be a dozen Dracula teeth for $4. $4 for 1 set of plastic Dracula teeth, not a good deal. Also, though the thing, I mean, like, obviously, the fact that this is what can't reorder in time for Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine how ragged those teeth are going to be by next Christmas? I mean, the child clearly thought ahead and said, like, I can make one of these, like, if I really stretch it, I can make them last a month. And so there's this plan. The child has budgeted his or her Dracula teeth for a full year, and instead the rug gets completely pulled out from under him or her.
This is, I mean, it's like, just the fact that this is a Christmas-related review is mind-boggling in and of itself. But the fact that this review is specifically saying that they're mad because what I ordered was 12, and they're not mad about the financial aspect of ordering a 12-pack and getting one set of plastic Dracula teeth. They are mad because what their daughter wanted for Christmas was a 12-pack of plastic Dracula
Well, they're
teeth.
also mad because they're probably going to have to pay that rush shipping fee, and their budget for their child's Christmas presents is now doubled.
Oh, yeah, and you can't get a $4 11-pack of Dracula teeth. You got to pay full price for those 11, like, all by themselves at this point. Because, you know, your daughter needs a dozen. She's not going to go for the baker's dozen of plastic Dracula teeth. All right.
I wonder if they're being honest about their daughter, that their daughter had asked for these. Because it feels, have you ever, I don't know, I was friends with some kids and all I'd see their Christmas presents and be like, every one of these came from the Dollar Tree.
All right.
You got all those army men with parachutes.
Yeah, the little parachuting army, man. Okay, so,
bowl and just
okay.
scrub it.
All right, so the next classic holiday ghoul is the Mummy, of course.
Yep, the bandaged one.
That cursed, dried up old Egyptian that we all hate. We all love to hate.
Yep.
We hate to love. He's a bad boy. Anyway, so I searched here for Mummy in beauty and personal care, which I think is a popular thing. People love reviews of makeup and you know.
Yeah, and I think the Mummy's probably got a pretty distinct take on that.
And what we've got here.
Usually just cover it with bandages is go-to.
I figured we might get some of that, but boy, what we've got here is even more exciting. Now, this is from Peter Thomas Roth. This is a Peter Thomas Roth offering.
Okay.
This is the Irish
We're all familiar.
Irish Moor mud mask. Now, if you're not familiar with the Irish Moors, that's like a swamp.
I'm a lot more familiar with the Scottish Moors. Are these
Well, this
like
is
how do these compare?
Well, this is a black mud mask, so that, I mean, if
you've been to
you're talking
one
about,
Moor,
like,
you've been to them all.
Well, the Spanish Moors, I think, is where you could get into some problematic
I'm not
territory
gonna do
with
that.
a black
Like
mud
all
mask.
Moors are the same sort of.
Well, I mean, just covering your face in this black mud. No, but this is like where you get like your peat mummies.
Okay, yeah.
This is made from mud that medieval or prehistoric, like your pre-Saxon Europeans would fall into the bog and get mummified.
Yeah.
Apparently, you can grind that shit up, rub it on your face, and it reduces fine lines and wrinkles for all skin types.
Excellent.
Now, it doesn't say, as far as I'm seeing here, I'm not seeing anything about it. It's not bringing up the mummy at all in the product description. Here's what it says in the description. This is 5 fluid ounces, costs $60. That's $12 an ounce. Shit ain't cheap, but that comes with free Prime 1 day and free returns.
Is this something that I'm going to use the whole bottle on, like the first time, or is it a dabble do ya?
I think it's a dabble do ya. Let's see. It says, okay, so first of all, bullet points, beauty product.
Yeah.
Item is not a tester. Packaging may vary. So it could just come, I mean, it shows a little jar, but it might just come
Loose in the box?
loose in an old Chick-fil-A bag.
And it's just mud.
It's just just in a peel off. It's just Wendy's creamy sriracha sauce is what you get. Yeah, it said packaging may vary. Description: purifying, deep cleaning, non-drying, cleansing gel with odorless Irish Moor mud. Suds up to clear skin surface of pore clogging dirt, oil, makeup, and other impurities. Benefits: Irish Moor mud has a high concentration of purifying biominerals. That's the mummy. That's what they're talking about there. Biominerals. These are things.
It sounds better than mummy chunks.
Vitamins, amino acids, and fatty acids. Now,
Hey,
I don't want to
now,
be,
yeah.
I don't want to get pedantic here, but amino acids are fatty acids. That's not two things. Suggested use. Now, at this point, the actual like the layout of the website kind of literally is falling apart here. Suggested use is like landing in the middle of the previous paragraph as a header, and then is pushing its subtext into a weird liminal space here. But this is what you were getting at. Suggested use says, using fingertips, apply evenly on clean skin. Now, it just said that it was supposed to clear skin of impurities like pore clogging dirt and
They're
makeup.
talking about blackheads there. Like you can't get that with your.
So you clean your
scrub.
skin first, and then you
Yeah.
rub the mummy paste on, and leave up for up to 10 minutes.
But not a second
Not
more.
a second more. That's when the
That's
scarabs
That's when the curse
come
takes hold.
rushing
Yeah.
in. Listen, if
You want to get as close to that line as you can, but don't chance it.
you have to put a little bit of it above your door frame so that your firstborn son is not stricken dead in the night.
Now, this is something I've been worried about for a long time because I am an only child. So, as an adult man, do I need to keep making sure that my parents put lamb's blood above their lintel every year? At what point are you safe?
Oh God! I just got to the pictures.
Okay.
It's just a lot of pictures of ladies with mud all over their face. Oh, it's a really earthy mud. This is not. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Does it look like it's not mud, but maybe something mud-like?
Well,
Something a little poopier?
it does look like a dookie. It looks like
Okay.
you rub a dookie on your face. In questions and answers, someone writes, "Is this the authentic mask?" And then Amazon customer replies, "Yes." So, if you were wondering,
Somebody's username
if this
is
is
Amazon
the real
customer?
McCoy. All right. First, here's our reviews.
Oh, boy.
First review, it says, "Still considering. I know the bog preserves mummies well." And then the under that headline, the body of the review says, "Still considering. I know the bog preserves mummies well." Sitting on the fence. So I guess this person just gave it 3 stars because they're thinking about buying this product.
That's not how reviews work.
I think it's got a lot of 5s here. Favorite mask I purchase regularly. Gets about 7 to 10 masks more if you were sparingly using it. So yeah.
What if
apparently-
you're reusing?
if you're reusing?
Can you peel that stuff off, put it back in the bottle, and mash it all up, and have it be good to go again?
Okay, so here we have Steven Ugler writes 1 star. That's the title of this review, and then he gives it 1 star. So no surprises there. I didn't notice any difference to my skin at all. It may work for others, just not me. So again, this is a thing where somebody is afraid of being singled out. You know, they don't want other people to, they don't want to get shunned from the social group. So they're like, I don't know. They're like, clearly, this doesn't work. But maybe it works for you. I don't know. I'm not going to criticize.
Maybe my sebaceous glands are just out of control.
This is basically, it's like
I weren't such
when
an
someone
oil
talks to you
monster,
about
this
the
would probably work
Baha'i
great.
faith, and you're like, oh, that sounds all right for you. I don't know. Here's GG writes. Now this is I don't think this is GG Allen.
It doesn't
Although-
seem like G.G. Allen probably did a lot of mud masks.
I mean, but it does like the photos do make it look like you're just rubbing dookie on yourself.
Yeah, well,
Don't waste your money if you were looking for the effects of a real mask. So maybe this person has seen the movie The Mask. I just received it and tried it. It most definitely did not burn my skin one bit like all the other reviews that complained were saying. All right, so this person is picking fights on both sides here. Although it didn't do anything for my skin, I kept it on for 2 hours. It never dried, didn't exfoliate like most masks, didn't cause a glow. ... Just nothing. Glam Glow is 100 times better. It's like putting my moisturizer on and then washing it off. It did absolutely nothing. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm just realizing Glam Glow. That's what GG stands for. This person is just it is. They are a company that,
they ride hard for Glam Glow. Or they are Glam Glow.
yeah, it looks like they just it's just Glam Glow talking shit about other mud.
I mean, I've got mud in my backyard. What's different about a bog mud and my backyard mud?
I don't think there's much. I mean, I don't think there's much. I was gonna say I don't think there's much, but in reality, I don't think there's mummies
In my backyard?
in your backyard.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's not.
there might be some pets. I'm pretty sure there is. I think Elena, didn't she bury the rabbit?
There's
or
a
something?
rabbit buried back there. I haven't seen any possums lately, and we used to have like a couple of possums back there. I don't know. I haven't mummified anything myself. Like I was making it sound like I was being coy about possibly having personal mummies, but I have no personal mummies.
No. My own personal mummy. That Depeche Mode song that we all love so much. All right. Do we have any other monsters that we need to look at the reviews for real quick?
Well, we've been doing all the classic monsters. Would you want to do like a more modern monster?
Let's do it. What's the modern?
Let's do like a Godzilla, or yeah, let's do a Godzilla.
Godzilla.
More recent.
All right, here we go. Godzilla edible cake topper.
Okay.
This,
Edible's one of my favorite words.
yeah.
And not for drug reasons, just because I like to eat.
Great for a themed birthday party or event. Topper measures 11 by 8 inches, will fit a 1/4 sheet cake or center of a 1/2 sheet cake.
Oh, is this like one of those thin things that goes on top that's just like...
Yeah, it's
okay.
yeah. I thought it was gonna
thinking
be
like a 3-dimensional Godzilla figure that probably just
that's
be
what
made
I
out of
thought as
chocolate.
well. We are not responsible for deadlines that you may have. Copyright notice. This product is for the services in creating, customizing, and printing your edible image for personal use. Images and characters remain in the property of their respective copyright holders and may not be resold. Well, that probably is how the law works.
This is the beautiful thing about that thing is it might be copyright infringement, but the people who are buying it are going to destroy the evidence.
Yeah, that's just a moment, officer.
You're not going to shit out copyright infringement.
All right, so here are the reviews for the Godzilla personal customized birthday cake topper. Fun! 5 stars. This is from Owlet. My brother is a Godzilla fan, and I'm always looking for something different to give him a laugh. This did the job nicely and actually wasn't too hard to put on the cake. You know, I don't know about you, but I'm always trying to find something different to give my brother a laugh, and nothing does it like putting the thing that he's a fan of on a cake.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just laughs and laughs.
I like
simple, smooth brain.
I didn't know they could do that to a cake.
They put Godzilla on the cake.
I remember last year when they put Godzilla on the cake. The year before, it was a different Godzilla on the cake.
It's just Godzilla on the cake every time.
He's making a different face this time.
This one's got glasses. Simply great. It was for my 4-year-old's birthday. Now, see, that feels like that's more of what I would expect. It was for my 4-year-old's birthday cake, and he loved it more than anything. Then is misspelled. It was just great. So that's, 5-star review for the Godzilla cake decoration, but maybe I would say like a 2.5 for the rest of the birthday party if he loved that more than anything. That's a bummer.
That's a real bummer.
That is some
Maybe the
Charlie
vampire
Bucket
teeth
shit.
she bought for him. There's only one set that can ruin a party.
And that was from Amazon customer. They get around, man. This person, they do a lot of. We have one more. This is the dissenting. This is the voice of dissent. So hang on, let me get the boo sound effect going here. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, I forgot to. Oh no, wait. This is something else. What have I done? Well, you get the point.
Rock and roll is here to stay, and please read our book.
This is from Juanita Walsh. 3 stars. The title of this review is Cake Topper. So, I think Juanita doesn't understand how writing a review works.
Yeah, that's a product description that's done. That's not necessary.
This was okay, but taste wasn't the best. 3 stars. So, I'm assuming that she's talking about the flavor, although...
So this is definitely something that you don't want to just because it's edible, buy this as a food stuff, like a staple for yourself. You wouldn't
Yeah.
want to buy 20 of
Well, it could
these.
also just be like taste, like as in artistic taste.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the best.
Maybe they.
This is for a wedding. She bought it for a wedding. And
Normally,
they were like,
they don't draw Godzilla anatomically correct, but
it's a little distasteful how they gave him a giant genitals.
I mean, obviously, he's Godzilla. He's going to have
giant genitals.
But
we
maybe
did
he's a
need to-
species where they go inside and then come out when they're in use, and most of the time he's not.
And for a wedding, that's really not the best cake. All right, well, that's this has been our weekly reviews and reviews. Thank you for listening. If you like it, go on iTunes, give us a review, and we'll review your review in our next episode. So on behalf of myself and my friend AJ, I'd just like to say the reviews are in. That's our tagline.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Graveyard rock. Graveyard rock.
In the graveyard,
Graveyard rock.
everybody sings the graveyard rock.